Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and as some of you know, I am going to be going back to public school tomorrow, so this is going to be my last video before said thing occurs. And however, I'm still going to be making videos, however, probably be less often, depends on how stuff goes the first couple of days in my junior year, but you know, I want to go out with a bang. So I have decided to talk about the situation of Kevin Durant news coming up in the recent hours, as he wants either the general manager Sean Marks and head coach Steve Nash to get fired or to be traded, as said in a report by The Athletic, as is in a meeting in London with Nets business owner Joe Tsai. And as a Warriors fan that watched the finals and with the team winning for the first time without Kevin Durant, I couldn't help but imagine how I felt after that, but that's a story for another time. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most talented players in the NBA, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is, as I said, a talented player, and he's probably a top 5 player in today's NBA. But I can certainly, the situation has hindered him whatsoever. As you know, he played with Oklahoma City and the Golden State Warriors, and now the situation came out that he wants out of the Nets, and as I mentioned before, he wants out after the disastrous season with the Nets and a disastrous playoff, more specifically against the Boston Celtics. Kevin Durant had arguably his worst playoff series against the Boston Celtics. Take a look here. It got so bad, they were down 3-0 in the series. Yes, 3-0 against the number 2 seed Boston Celtics after a disastrous year. And matter of fact, they were the only team to get swept in the first round out of all the playoffs. The only team. Such a collapse can be mainly due to the situation of Kyrie Irving, but Kevin Durant definitely serves part of the blame of how he chose to handle the situation, especially after he made some of the decisions of the team per the GM's request. Or did we already forget him wanting to bring in DeAndre Jordan to hire Steve Nash because of his time at Golden State? They really butted tight there, I'll admit that. But Steve Nash had no coaching experience. That felt like a failure of trying to be the next Steve Kerr. And whether it's true or not, the rumor does bring some interesting thoughts as to how much power he had in an organization alongside Kyrie Irving into that hire. And ironically, Kenny Atkinson, the fired coach, went on to win the NBA Finals with the Warriors as an assistant coach, with aforementioned Steve Kerr. And well, decisions that can be tracked from Kyrie and Kevin Durant have hurt the team more than helped, and this situation can honestly be put on what they themselves did. And honestly, it doesn't look bright. It doesn't look bright. He is 34. He is 34, and the Nets, if smart, would trade him away for picks. Except that can't happen anymore because the Rudy Gobert trade ruined the market. The Rudy Gobert trade really screwed over the market, as the Timberwolves seriously messed up so hard on that trade. But honestly, if I were Tsai, I would make him sit. I would make him sit for those 4 years. He's that 4-year contract. At least LeBron would honor his contract, not ask for a trade if stuff gets rough. And really, that is the difference maker between the two players, really. And as I said, I specifically mentioned LeBron here because he has also jumped around teams quite a bit, but at least he'd honor his contracts and not leave when the going gets tough, unlike Kevin Durant, who is trying to do this for the second time in his career. The first time when he left Golden State in that manner. I mean, you know, if I'm Joe Tsai, I'm making him sit, and I'm calling it bluff because he's signed a contract 4 years. He still has to play, I think, at least 3 of those years. This year being the first of said contract. So really, I'd call it bluff and watch him retire, because really, again, Kevin Durant is 34. He's still one of the greatest talents in the NBA currently, no question. But I don't think anyone would make a trade that the Nets wants, because, as you know, the Rudy Gobert trade ruined the market because Timberwolves made one of the dumbest trades in league history for Rudy Gobert. Honestly, they probably couldn't have got Kevin Durant for the same price they gave to the Jazz for Rudy Gobert. And that was honestly a Danny Ainge masterclass, because Danny Ainge is Danny Ainge and will fleece any GM he gets to do. But that is a different topic for a different time. As I said again, Kevin Durant has failed. He has failed at being a leader of a team. He went to the Nets to be the leader of a team, and once again, when the going got tough on the team, when it started to look like, hey, they might not be that big of a title contender, he wants to leave to the Heat or Suns specifically, or get one of the guys that he wanted on the team specifically fired, and the one who brought him in fired as well. So those are my thoughts, really. The Nets owner should probably make him sit. Honestly, those are my thoughts. Thank you for watching. Comment below what you think, and I'll see you soon. Peace.